Man, I'm driving to Dallas. We're doing a commercial that has a lot of cars and racing involved, so it should be pretty dope. This is one of the first ones that I am cam opping. I'm only on this as a cam op, but since I knew the production company, they asked me to come help them out. So I was like, yeah, let me come cam op, let me learn a little bit, and I get to see a lot of the homies in Dallas, which I'm pretty excited about. I get to see a lot of my homies like Andrew Red, Maximo. There's a couple ACs and stuff that I've worked with before. So it's cool. Come shake hands, get to work with some locals from over here. And I think I brought in even, was able to get my friend Justin Bowers from Captive over. So yeah, pretty excited. Getting to Madisonville, about to get to the Buc-ee's, and hopefully they have some yerba. All right.
All right, it's 6 in the morning, 6:07. We have to be downstairs at 6:30, and then we travel out for 30 minutes to the location. I saw the call sheet. It says I can't do any social media, so I'm going to talk about it, I guess, when I get back and see if I can get some shots. But I can't really show anything that we're doing, which sucks because it sounds like a really cool project. But you know, life of the filmmaker, right? Well, commercial.
Well, technically, we're not on the shoot yet, so.
How are we, bro?
It's the Coliseum, dude. I'm gonna follow those blinky lights.
Yeah, it's been good. Half day, today's prep, and then tomorrow we go into production.
Okay, so made it back. Today was pretty interesting. We actually got to film at the Texas Motor Speedway. Today was a rehearsal, but it ended up being a shoot. Like, we still filmed most of the rehearsal. I got to use the Alexa 35, which was cool. Let me see if I can get I got to use the Alexa 35 with the 17 to 120 Canon zoom, which, you know, it's an okay lens, not my favorite, but it's working for what we're doing. This is a car commercial, and it's for a pretty big brand, but it's really cool. I mean, it's overall, you know, it's cool being a cam op, not having a ton of responsibilities, but one dynamic that I did see on this set was that, man, like, for you to be like a good proper like AC, like you got to take care of your cam ops. You got to take care of your people. You got to build, like, make sure they're comfortable, they're ready to shoot. On this shoot itself, it's like they're literal understaffed, which, you know, sucks, because I think we have like 7 or 8 Alexa 35s. They have also a DJI Ronin 40 and also have a Ronin with an Alexa Mini, the OG, with the zoom lens. They have a Phantom Flex. They have an Inspire.
Fly a real camera, nerd. Fly a real camera.
Drone, and then they also have a camera car, which is like the Russian arm type arm from Film Technica, and it's a big production. You know, it's cool. But, you know, it's one thing that like, my shoulder is like killing me right now, just because I was doing handheld all day with A35 with the 17 to 20, and it was just big. And yeah, I mean, overall, like, it was cool. We got the day done. I'm prepared. I know what I'm gonna get into tomorrow, unless they just completely swap it up. But I think I can prepare myself for that. But yeah, I mean, so far it's been good. So. Not too bad. Now I'm going to go try to get some barbecue or something here in Dallas and Fort Worth. That's where we're at. Fort Worth. We're in Fort Worth. So yeah. So I'll hopefully be able to update what we're doing tomorrow. Peace. Okay, so when I got back from my trip, I literally slept for like 2 days. I still had to send a bunch of emails and proposals, but man, it was tiring. I was so tired, and my shoulder was like wrecked. I was trying to even out my tan a little bit from from this here, from being out in the sun for so long. But overall, it worked out. I got some cool new tips that I'm definitely, like, as soon as I got there, I ordered a new thing called the Sports Umbrella. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it's a sports umbrella. Should be coming in pretty soon. That I can put on my cart, which you absolutely need. The DIT that I work with there from 444 Camera, that dude, he says that he buys one and they last about a good 2 years before. Of course, they've gone up a little bit since, tariffs and all that stuff, but even that one kind of blew over because some crazy winds. But he said normally they just last quite a bit of time. So since I'm not in that situation all the time, another cool thing that happened is that we received the new Dizio Vespid 2 primes, which is what you're seeing here right now. And I'm testing out the 18 millimeter. And I will have a video that shows, the lenses, and we're going to test them on different cameras and things like that. But just want to make sure that you guys know why things kind of changed a little bit here. And I'm also shooting opposite my wall. This is more of my workbench area. This is like cleaning supplies, and over here is like a bench that I try to get all my stuff off. It's nuts in here, so I can't wait till I completely rearrange this whole garage. As a camera operator, I really found that even though technically you don't get a kit fee in the industry is like you become as a camera operator, and then sometimes or as anything, you can be a DIT, you can be a camera assistant, or they normally come with a kit. Even hair and makeup does this as well, and a lot of them bake it into their rate. So let's, for example, say that an AC in a commercial setting for a 10-hour day gets about $800. That's something that I've paid my ACs before, and sometimes they get more than that depending on what we look at the day like. But they also usually get a kit fee, and the kit fee are like things that include like Pancro, things to clean the lenses, measuring tape, things like that, and things to make it really, really easy for your camera operator. So because this particular project was a little bit just slammed, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to bring my own AKS kit. And I'm glad that I did, because I was able to use some of my own stuff for my system when the ACs and them couldn't assist me. So I'm going to show you a couple of those things that I have in my kit right now. And yeah, just so if you're going to be doing these things, you probably want to invest in some gear that's kind of camera agnostic, that can just kind of plug into no matter what you're doing. So the first thing that I used that I brought on was the wooden camera matte box. This thing is pretty awesome. It's super lightweight. They use the Airy LMB one, but man, it's so heavy. It just, you put 3 filters in it, it's really heavy. This one here, I really like it because it has like different backs. Let me see if I can install this real quick. It has different backs, but also has the French flag up here. So you can do that pretty easily, really nice. And then you can change these backs out based on, whatever lens size you're using. So I took the standard, took 95s just in case. I took 80 millimeter just in case. We ended up using the 114s, which is kind of like a standard. Just no matter what they threw at me, I was trying to be prepared with a matte box just in case they try to put a heavier matte box on my particular kit. The other thing I brought that I take with me are these. These are shape handles. They are a little bit big. I'm still waiting to see the wooden camera ones. They have really cool ones that look nice, that look very, very well built. But the thing I love about these is that you just click and then you just drop wherever you need. And sometimes these go on sale. They go on sale on B&H, and they look great. So, I mean, they work really, really well. I have 2 of them. I actually have another one that doesn't have like a ergonomic grip. It's just a straight grip. So whenever I see them online where someone's like selling a kit or something, I try to snag them if they're at a good price. Of course, I also bring a bunch of different speed balls, ultra balls. I have one from Wooden Camera that I just started using, which is really awesome. It's actually allowing me to have the monitor like pretty close to the camera, which is great. So that's what I'm using there. But all these are great, especially speedball type mounts. These are from Mid 49, which I also really enjoy. They're great because they allow different. You can do a 3/8 or you can do a quarter 20 with the wooden camera ones, they give you a little adapter that you can swap in and swap out, which is pretty awesome. So really enjoy those as well. And I definitely use that for this shoot. For when we added a monitor to my setup, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be able to place it wherever I need. Ultimately, I ended up throwing that out because it was so hot out there that I was mainly focusing on the EVF. Another thing I brought was an extra like shoulder rig. This one's crazy expensive because it's from Arri, and I pulled this off the Alexa Mini LF that we have. And honestly, I was just, afraid that they weren't going to have a shoulder pad. I was, already preparing in case I had to be handheld. So yeah, it was one of those kinds of shoots. Also, wooden camera, lens support just in case they go to Studio 15 or 19. This one's pretty great. We've been using this one for a while. Even when we had the Arri Signature Zoom, this was like the go-to one. So I throw this in my kit whenever I need. Also, I brought my my pouches for my Alpha ND filters. These are a little bit heavy, but man, they are so awesome. I've AMB'd them versus other ones, and they have like 0 color shift. People have dropped them and they've bounced, which is pretty awesome. But these are NDs, boom, right there. You see how it actually looks better with it on? What do y'all think? We'll leave it. But yeah, Alpha INDs, they've been great. They're like $400 a pop. So I have two of these bags. But if you're looking for stuff, Panavision, Dallas, I was able to get this from Panavision. I forgot how much they cost, but they've been with me forever. So I ended up having to put a 0.6 in another camera ops set. I'm sure they had enough ND filters for everyone, but things were so chaotic that I was like, I'm just going to use mine. Even though I'm not charging a kit, I was like, I want to make sure we have a good image here, and this is my other set here. And something that I do just because I'm always shooting different things and I never know what I want. I bought a couple different filters that we end up, that almost everyone always ends up asking last minute, So out of those, I have a haze clear, which is like just literally a clear. Like it shouldn't shift anything, It might add like an extra reflection, but it literally does, shouldn't do anything. I do it whenever we're going to do like driving out the car or like having it pointing out somewhere. Whenever I think dust or things might kick into the lens, that's what we have. I also have the True Pola, which on my stuff you rotate this one instead. People always ask for this, if they're shooting into the water or shooting into reflections, you can mold it quite a bit. And then the one that everyone asks for is the Pro Mist, right? People love this Pro Mist. You can just see it just softens up the image right away. I have it because almost every time someone's like, what we need? We just need that BPM, right? So I got a 1/8 in here just in case someone asks for it. And honestly, I tell them just take the clear one. Just take the clear one, breathe in it, and then boom, you get the same effect. So, yeah, it's the same thing, yeah. So yeah, it's funny. It's some jokes I play on people. Just recently on a music video, we had a DP coming out of Mexico, and I was like, right before the shoot was gonna happen, he was like, "Yo, we need some black Pro Mist." I'm like, "Dude, you look like you use black Pro Mist, so I already ordered the set for you. There, it's on the truck." And he was like, "Oh, dude, thanks," But he knew that I was just making fun of him for a little bit, but I was like, I even threw in glimmer glass for you too, just in case. So if you guys, like those kinds of filters, then awesome. I'm very indifferent. If someone like needs to have it on there, okay, cool. Like let's put it on. But I personally just like shooting it clean, and using the older lenses or things like that to like dirty up the frame. Okay, other things that I have in this kit are things like a DTAP to BP to NPF or whatever. Yeah, NPF. This one has gone through it. I've had to glue, re-glue, redo things. The Rincher industry said send it back. They'll fix it up. But when do I have time? Like literally, like when do I have time to do that? Right? Like because if I'm out this one, I might need another one. So I also have a bunch of 2-pin D-tap cables, 2-pin, just in case, because you never know. Like there's been sets that I've already used all my 2-pins and I need just that one more. So there's also a company called Ratworks. Ratworks, they have these like 15 millimeter rods that you can add more extensions to, like that. Like you'll go there. So you have these little 15 millimeter rods, and then you tighten them. Like you put an Allen wrench through here and an Allen wrench on the other side, and then you just push them together and they tighten up. It's a pretty cool system, and you can get a longer rod. And this is like when you need you need one for like a follow focus or something that you need attached to the camera. So I try to do that as much as I can. Then you also never want to leave home without these. These are lens wipes. Lens wipes are they're good. They're not for everything, but for your glasses, especially someone like me, or being able to do like let's say you do have a filter or something like that you want to clean up. I don't recommend these for your for your main lenses, but sometimes, man, you might need to use them. There are some batches that I have personally seen that are the reason why I don't recommend them is because there are some batches that I've opened up, and I have a whole box of them that I had to throw out, that they just were so flaky. Like they just instead of cleaning, like they left a lot of like little flakes of the material that's in them. So I don't recommend these for your glass, for your actual cinema glass, but if it's last resort, then maybe hopefully you have a good batch. Other thing that's super easy for you to have and to be ready with are earplugs. Earplugs have been a lifesaver for so many things. We do get to film a lot of cool things all the time, but that doesn't mean that I'm there to hear it, right? So I've filmed many concerts, I've filmed many productions, but I'm not there to just jam out, and even that, when you put these in, sometimes it just brings the level down to where you can hear it and you can feel the bass, and it's cool. Like I'd rather do that than destroy my hearing during one of these shoots. So I recommend, getting a bunch of these and just have them in your bag, because you never know. And sometimes you might need them to sleep on a plane or something like that. Big pocket of SDIs, a bunch of SDIs. You never know when you need those. So I try to come prepared for that kind of stuff, because I never know if I'm gonna need one on my camera, and I try to put that together. So overall it was a crazy production, but we got it done. A couple updates for you guys is that they've already released. I worked with this artist called Omar Latif. I also worked with the director that introduced me to him, called Kevin Trinidad. We did a really cool project with him. That's one of the videos I did a while back that said 3 music videos in one. They were all studio based, and they started releasing them. Dude, the first studio video like almost has 800,000 views on YouTube. Really cool. Congrats, Kevin. Congrats, Omar. Thank you so much for linking us. Thank you all so much for that. The video that I got to direct for Omar Latif also got dropped. That one is hitting right almost like 80,000 views right now on YouTube. Just got released 2 days ago. And that one was fun. That's the one we did in Texas City, if y'all remember that video. And now I can release some of the BTS and how we did that and what cameras we used and all that other cool stuff. So look out for those videos. We also have a Canon C80 video that I've been working on, but I've just been swamped. But luckily I have like 3 or 4 days off, and then I'm back on another project. But this has been a very, very interesting year, and we are so close to hitting 3,000 watch hours on here, and so close to, just things kind of flowing on their own. I committed to bring a video every single week, and we're hitting that again today. So I appreciate you guys once again for liking, subscribing, following here, and following on Instagram, as you get to see my daily, a little bit of what I do. So if you like content from a freelance filmmaker like myself, a cinematographer for hire that's based in Texas but gets to kind of work everywhere, then follow along. Also, you get to ask me questions and get some insights into like the world of what I do, or what someone in my shoes gets to do, and how we get to create as well. I hope to be able to give a little bit more lessons and other cool tips pretty soon, but don't forget to ask questions or hit me up on the DM, and I'll try to get back to you ASAP. So with that said, thanks for liking, subscribing, all that cool stuff. We'll be seeing you soon. Once again, this is a Dizio. We're filming with the Dizio FX3. This is the new Dizio Vespid 2, 18 millimeter. I think it looks pretty good so far, but we are going to put it through its paces. All right, guys, talk soon. Peace.